advantage of it, but always putting like your spice in it.
Yeah.
And if I think it's a way to start, because if you are like doing it for the first time and you don't have any ideas, or you're like feeling cringy in order to post something online, the fact that someone is doing it right and you can take inspiration from people that are working on it like well, maybe it's a way to push you in the beginning.
Yeah. And also at the beginning, it can feel scary to be like to show your personality, let's say. But as we are talking, like if you copy, but you add your personality that is unique, you will create something unique by force. So that's very interesting, I think.
Yeah, and
Because
I think
everybody's doing it,
it's
but nobody's doing it like as you would do it, so
Yeah,
it's
that's the
unique
point.
at the same time.
Well, yeah, I think like nowadays in the internet, it feels like it's more legal, let's say, to copy things that before
Yeah,
it was like it
in
was
short
like this.
content form, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in long for in YouTube and things like that, it's not that common. But in 15-second videos, you can
Mm,
see the same shit 7 times until you get
yeah.
bored.
And now that we're talking about formats, what formats do you do, and in which social media are you in? Because I guess that's also an important thing that you think when you think of your target group. Like, okay, so my target group is like people from this age range that have this interest. So did I guess that should have made an impact on your decision in which social media you are. I guess none of you are creating content for Facebook, for example, but maybe in the
No.
case of Manuel, you are, yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
The physician, yes, I am.
So yeah, Manuel, can you please tell us what are you doing in Facebook, and why did you decide to do it?
Well, I use Facebook basically because the content I post in Instagram automatically it posted in Facebook. But Facebook it's a nice social media for me because there are a lot of old people that can be patients potentials to me. But about the formats, well, I use TikTok, that it's a social media that I grow a lot. I use Instagram, that the algorithm doesn't treat me very well. I think because Instagram want a more aesthetic and humoristic content, and in TikTok people, for example, people search plantar fasciitis. It's an injury of the foot, and my videos contains some tips for the healing, some exercises, stretching, and the SEO is very important in TikTok, but in Instagram, no. And about the formats, I do that video tips, I do reactions that works very well, especially a reaction of an ingrown toenail, una uña encarnada, para que me entendáis vosotros. And that's it. It's very, very well. You grow a lot with reactions, and they are videos very easy to do it. Sometimes I do street interviews, and I think you have to do variety. Have 2 or 3 sections and combine it.
Mhm. What about the others? What
Yeah, I mean,
formats do you
for
do?
me, it was like, yeah, I had very clear that that short form content, it was the best idea, the way to go for like exponential growth, and without having a lot of followers. With Reels, when I started, you had a lot of exposure if you do it well. And I started at the same time, the same TikTok and Instagram. I uploaded a few videos to YouTube, that in fact worked very, very well, like with a long time horizon, let's say, because I did a good SEO and that stuff. But yeah, I mostly focused on Instagram and TikTok. And in fact, Instagram, I don't know why, but in Instagram, my reels worked very well, not as well in TikTok, and I kind of abandoned TikTok a little bit and just focused on Instagram.
Okay. TikTok was not working that well for you then?
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know why. I stopped caring. I shouldn't do that, but don't do that. But I stopped
artists,
giving a
right?
fuck about it, about TikTok. And let's go with Instagram. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know why. I think that because my content it was a little bit more, let's say, curated, and in TikTok works better. I think that more in your more amateur video,
Spontaneity.
let's say, not as edited as I do the videos, and yeah, I think that
Yeah.
works better on TikTok. That's maybe why.
In TikTok, the people have less studies and are people, yes,
Younger,
yeah.
younger, are younger people or
No,
sillier
I think
people.
in TikTok are people of all the ages, but are people with less studies and more poor, maybe. I think that
Mhm.
Maybe.
because the people that came to me.
Okay.
Elisa, what about you? What's the type of content do you create?
Actually, starting talking about the platforms, I don't usually use Facebook a lot, but it's true that sometimes it happens because I don't know, maybe I have to find participants for a training course or something like that. So it's useful to post something on Facebook because of that, because Facebook is full of groups in which participants are like searching for opportunities like that. But yeah, the main platform I use is Instagram, and the format of the content depends on how on the final goal actually, because for example a lot of time we must do dissemination of the project that we are doing, that we are developing. So even if the project is not that interesting, we have to do the dissemination just for the national agency, to show that we are like sharing the our work. So in this case, I used to do some carousels maybe with some informations about the main topics of the project. So for example, if we are talking about cohesion funds, and cohesion funds is not that interesting, I talk about environment and tips related to environment, because it's something related to, but it's more interesting considering cohesion funds.
Yeah. So when you feed your dog their medicine in the inside of a hot dog or something like this, you have to trick a little bit of people. So nobody. I think it is very interesting that sometimes when you're doing creation in a professional level, you have to to find some entertaining ways of putting informations that maybe they are not that interesting to people. So yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah, but in my case, the format that is working more is in entertainment content. So stupid stuff about office life and stuff like that. That's the main format I'm used to use.
In videos, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, maybe I don't know. I'm just guessing, but maybe it's interesting that you do more entertainment content just for gathering followers or something like that, and then you put the information and you have the followers there already. I don't know. Maybe something like that. I'm asking.
Yeah. Actually, the fact that I saw like starting posting is that we have not like a big community because we don't have a lot of followers. But since we start posting more than before, we have a lot of organic people, organic users. So we received a lot of messages, a lot of people asking for European opportunities or asking for personalized orientation. So even if it's not like enormous community, we are having a lot of results in this way, and it's something that it's making me feel happy because I want to push people to take part in European projects. So
yeah, that's cool.
I
That's the
think
main objective.
that it's the most difficult part, make a community. And if
Yeah.
you have a good community,
For sure.
very, very good.
Do you feel like you have some regular people that they always comment on your videos, they always give like? Do you maybe even make content for some people? Like if you, for example, see that this kind of format is works for some people, do you try to replicate it based on that, or you don't care that much?
Well, you try to, for sure, you try to replicate what's working, if that's what you are asking. If something works, I think that is a very good idea to work on that and do similar videos in every way that you can think of. And yeah, I think that for sure. And for the people that are coming regularly, I think that for me at least is the most important part, because as an artist, what I want to gather, let's say, is fans, like people that come not once but keep coming back, keep asking for new music, keep listening to the music, and keep them engaged, let's say. So yeah, that's the whole point of all this.
Maybe in my case, no, because I have some people that always comment, but they are other podiatrists or my mother. My mother always comment, but so many potentially patients comment me, but are from other parts of the world. Are just random followers, you know. But I think it's okay to have it. But for me, I doesn't care a lot about that.
Yeah, it doesn't make the most impact for you.
Yes, I just want to people in Santiago de Compostela know me and get followers to have authority argumento de autoridad, you know.
Yeah, and I don't know, like maybe
The people say, oh, that podiatrists have a lot of followers. I want to go to them.
Or they look at your videos and they see, oh, this man knows what he's talking about, and he
Yes.
loves it, so he must be good.
Yes.
yeah, or maybe other opportunities can come from this, like I don't know, invitations to events or stuff like this.
Yeah, courses, but courses are more from other podiatrists, are other target that other podiatrist follows me. I think the most.
Yeah, but it can be beneficial to your career too.
Sure. In Instagram, I have a lot of podiatrists that follow me.
Actually, something that it's very interesting about what you said. I was talking with a friend last week about how the presentation, like the personal brand of a person, of a professional, can influence the fact that you are like trusting them or not. And I was talking about this because she was telling me, I started going to therapy, and I noticed that my therapist is like out of the word. It seems that it's not connected at all because I don't know. It was a very long a very long conversation, but it's very important the fact that you are like trying to understand your audience and
Yeah.
trying to stay in touch with your audience. It's something that makes you I don't know, it's very important for your personal brand, I think.
Yes, and make videos, make that the people can think that knows you better, and you can connect better with the patients. And for example, the other day I find a patient in the street, and they stop and we talk a little bit. Was a patient that I know it of the in the social media, and it never happened to me. And I think maybe the videos makes that people knows you better and make more empathy, and they think you are that you are friends because they see you a lot of
Yeah, they
time.
see you every day, so yeah, yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, related to this, especially to you, Manuel, and also to Elisa, to Santi, not that much, because as an artist, I think you can do almost whatever you want. But for example, Manuel, you're a healthcare professional, and you, Elisa, you're representing an organization that is not only yours, so you have to keep some image. But do you have sometimes like crazy ideas that you say like, oh, I would love to do this, but I can't, I can't look myself like can't have this image of myself in social media. I guess for Santi, if you want to answer first, because I think it doesn't happen to you as an artist, or it does happen.
No, it doesn't happen, but it should happen more because sometimes I back and I say, "What the fuck? Why? Why I was so brave?" Yeah, but yeah, no, not as much as them, I think.
All right. What about the serious guys?
no, I'm really not serious. And every every time I get less serious and make more crazy stuff.
And you don't know where it's going to end, to
Yes,
what point it's going to leave you.
tell you why, because the old people and more serious people aren't in social media, and I want to take followers, and it's okay. And if some people don't like the stuff I do, that are some jokes or that thing, it doesn't me la pela. It doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
And
Yeah.
other thing, it will be if I make jokes about some disease or patient that I think that is a red line.
No, of course. I guess you have
Other
some professional
kinds of
ethics.
humor, it's okay.
All right. Elisa, what about you? I saw you laughing when I asked the question, so
Because you know me well and you know how hard for me it is to not do certain things in my profile, and it's not mine. No, yeah, actually, since it's the profile of an NGO, I cannot do certain things. I have to respect certain ideas, even if it's not like a big deal. But for example, the organization is unpolitical. It's not related to any religion at all, so I have to maintain and stay like completely neutral. So even if there are like memes, for example, that are connected somehow to a certain political topics, I have to avoid it. So it's in my case, it's a little bit stricter somehow.
yeah.
But
I guess in your case is with when you're related to an organization that is not just about you, is when the situation is a bit trickier, because I guess if you're doing it with an organization, even some jokes that of course they don't have like any bad meaning, everyone in the internet can find the way of looking at like something offensive or something like this. So yeah, I guess you have to be more careful with this. We have one question in the chat that I opened for anyone that wants to put some questions there. We can open up the debate a little bit. Adri G says, do you have an exercise to know or identify our own aesthetic? I struggle a little bit with it. I don't know if you have any ideas for Adri about how to find your own aesthetic.
Well, I have to say that I struggle with that a lot too. So I will not be the best to give advice, but I think that I'm getting better, and I think that is just a matter of, like everything else, like really caring about that, because I had a time that where I just didn't give a fuck about that, and it was not a very good idea. Sobre todo, being an artist, it was not a very good idea. And I will say that just starting to care, so just starting to look to the things that you like with everything, things that you like in other people, and just pick with this thing from there or the other thing from that, and try to make something cohesive, let's say. Typical things like colors, try to stick with 1 or 2 colors, let's say. I don't know.
Any other ideas?
Well, in some posts, I do some carousels in Instagram that I do sometimes. I keep the same colors like black and yellow, but in the videos, I think is not so important. Just in the Instagram post and that thing, but in the videos, in my opinion, it doesn't matter.
Maybe in your case it's not as important as
Yes,
a thing.
yes,
No. But for me as an artist, it's very important,
yes,
I think.
yes, of course.
Related to the aesthetic, actually, I agree with the comment that we have in the chat, like Giuliano Soski. Sorry for pronouncing it. Thank you. Told you can only get inspired as much as possible and find your style on your own way of creating. I think it's true, because maybe you start and you feel comfortable with an aesthetic, but if it's not, you can change it. It's like a process. It's find something that it's comfort for you somehow. And I think something that could help you a lot in order to start is finding a palette, like some colors. And the colors must reflect, it's not something that it's mandatory, but could help you, like could help you reflecting like your mood, first of all, because every color has its own meaning, the message. So I think starting from that, it's one point of view. And then something that I really liked when I saw for the first time was an exercise that was like a person working on social media was explaining to us, which is like finding your values. There is a great exercise. I don't know how to if it has a name or not, but I think if you find if you search on the internet like 50 values, 50 main values, it will you will have big list of every kind of values divided into 3 main topics, like economic, social and economic, emotional, and something more that in this moment I don't remember. And they say that it's very important to find 5 of them. So it's at the beginning it seems to be something very easy, because it's like, okay, I'm taking away friendship, communication, or I'm staying with family. But then you will see that it's very, very hard to find only 5 of them. And when you have the 5 values, the 5 main values, you can start trying to communicate the things as you following your values. I don't know if I have. Wait, I have a list.
Yeah, I can complement that because for me as an artist, one of my main values is like being chill, and I saw that blue is a very chill color, let's say. So I started using blue for everything. In fact, my profile picture, it was already me in a blue suit or kind of thing, and I started to put my how can I say it? My highlights, my story highlights, I think that they are called in English, like with blue pictures, and so everything is blue and with a lot of colors in the profile.
Yes, in medicine, blue and green is a color that make people be chill. But in my clinic is white and black, neutral. I think it's important as an artist, but maybe it's my theory, that people are giving more importance to that it has, because in the videos you really want the blue color in your clothes, and in the back screen you te rayas tanto.
Not that you want it, but once you start seeing the same colors every time, you start to make like, oh, this is him. So it's
Yeah,
like a brand thing, let's say.
yeah. Maybe it's
But also, I would say that maybe because sometimes it's impossible to stick with a color and to stick
Yeah.
with so even if it's not like a color, because maybe you are multi-potential and you want to be one day orange and the other day blue and the other day green, even if it's not like the main graphic element, it could be maybe your tone, it could be like one Anto, help me, ¿cómo se dice cuando hay una frase que siempre repites que es la tuya?
Your motto.
A
Your
sort
motto.
of motto, for example, something that you start the video with or end the video with, so it's very recognizable.
El poder en las mujeres.
Oh, there's someone.
But that I think in YouTube it's important, but in Reels and, for example, the mode, the initial high that many YouTubers do it, like, hey, muy buenas a todos, ¿qué tal? But in Instagram, the people doesn't have that. I think it's less corporative, the short videos.
I don't know,
Maybe.
sometimes, because, well, for example, I will make an example very short. Like, there is a girl, like a Spanish one, a Spanish creator. Every time she's finished the video, she's telling you, gracias, which with this tone and this, it's something very simple, but you know that
Yeah, maybe
gracias is her.
makes
It's
sense.
like very specific. There could be like even a small thing, but it's recognizable.
Yeah. Maybe you listen it on the street and you think about her. Like, gracias. No, it
Catchphrase.
sounded
They
like
follow it
her.
on the group chat. Catchphrase was the thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, going back a bit to the creation process. Also, I would like to ask. I had this question about how do you create? Like, what tools do you use? Because I'm a bit of a boomer myself, so I do everything in PC, but now I think like some creators, they do everything on their phone. I think
Really.
Santi, in your case, you use the computer because you make some bit more, maybe also you use the PC for music and everything. So what about you?
About me.
Yeah, you can start, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mostly use Premiere for editing, but nowadays I'm starting to using more and more CapCut because I am a friend of Manu, and Manu is very pro with CapCut, and he's insisting me, like trying to convince me to use it. And yeah, to be honest, it's very, very good. It has a lot of cool effects, and
CapCut is phone, right?
yeah, it's fun. It's for the phone. It's an app.
But you can use it in the PC,
Ah, I didn't know that.
and you can synchronize the.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, because sometimes on the phone, things when you have a lot of scenes, let's say, is a little bit more difficult to put everything. At least for because I don't have the practice yet. In computer, is a little bit easier when you have a lot of different videos, let's say. But yeah, I use mostly those two.
Mhm. I use CapCut because I think it's the most is the best app for editing video in terms of cost effectivity, and also because I love to edit in editing in my phone because I'm in the coach and I can edit. I'm in the clinic and between patients I can edit. It's a very cheap app, 12, I think it's 12 euros per month. And
I
you have,
paid 80 for 1 year or something like that.
yes, yes, if
Oh
you,
yeah, maybe it was the year
yes,
price.
yes,
Okay.
yes. And for images, for example, I use iPic, that it's from the creators of CapCut, and Canva, the free Canva from the carousels and professional post.
Sorry, what did you say? You use iPic for what?
iPic from the images. If you need
If you want to
like
use.
Photoshop, if you want
Okay.
to keep
For
out the
editing images, right?
yes, yes,
Okay.
and to do miniatures, it's
Okay,
do
okay, okay.
crazy miniatures,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
it's like Photoshop, but in the phone, but it's free and very simple.
Okay, okay, okay.
You can do a lot of things.
Lisa, what about you?
Mainly, well, it depends on the content, but yeah, I usually use CapCut because it's easier. But for example, there is another option which is ClickJump. It's not that great as CapCut in my opinion. But for example, if you don't have space in the phone and something like that, you can edit the content online without having to descargar
Download.
download, thank you, the application. So it's easier for that reason. If you don't have space or you are doing like an upload, something like that, it's pretty easy to use, and it's similar to CapCut, even if CapCut it's like full of options, so it's better. Also Canva for the carousels and something like that. Or even if I want to create, I don't know, the base for a story or something like that. And if I need, for example, images free, copyright free, I use, but also video, audio, depending on what I need. I'm usually go to Pixabay or Pexels, which are two websites full of free um, content you can download in order to use it for your content. Could be an image, a sound, everything. I think it's all.
Okay, so we're getting a bit. Oh, yeah, sorry, Manuel, you can.
No, that I love use Pexels for the B-roll images. I use it a lot, Pexels.
Yeah, we're getting a bit to the end, but I really wanted to ask about. I just cannot ask about the ChatGPT. About I guess all of you use them, but I would like to know your opinion on, well, a bit on what do you use it for, and how does ChatGPT and IA in general is going to impact in content creation in the future.
I personally use it, but a little bit. In the brainstorming, I think are a very good tool. I also use ChatGPT or DALL-E for images. But I think it's dangerous because if you abuse them, that shit fries your brain and kills your creativity. You have to use it with responsibility, but it's a good tool.
Yeah, maybe it's true too. For brainstorming is very good because most of the ideas are not very good. It's like what are you saying? But maybe one of the ideas that you say, give me 10 ideas. Maybe one is say, oh, let's expand on this one,
Yes,
and
I
then
use
you
it.
can get a good idea. Or maybe for hooks. Just
Yes,
for the hook is a very good tool. Like I have this idea where I want to talk about blah blah blah, but give me let like this 10 hooks for this idea, and she's did you ever wonder? And yeah, it's very good for that too, because a hook is not that creative. It's like there are like prototypes that works, and there is
yes.
not much to do about that. Yeah, that's why where I use it mostly.
Yeah, I
And
agree with them actually. I'm not like a big fan because I'm not, maybe I didn't find the perfect way to use it already.
Yeah.
Maybe there is like more, there are more greater option to do something with ChatGPT in this field. But yeah, maybe to find some hooks, some interesting hooks or something that could be, I don't know, related to the format. So asking him, her, them, I don't know,
well,
which
their
kind
problem.
of content could be better, which kind of format could be better in order to share this information. I don't know.
Well, I'm actually very surprised with your response. I mean, I don't do content creation, but if I would, I mean, I'm definitely sure I would use it for a lot of things. No, for other things of my works, I'm using it a lot. So yeah, I mean, it's cool that you still don't use it that much, but I don't know. I see like a huge potential there for content creation. I don't know, for ideas, for hooks,
Yeah.
or sometimes just to structure your content. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I feel that it's like, sorry, something.
No, yes. I think that I have a lot to learn about AI, not only ChatGPT, but for sure there are very cool AI tools that I don't know yet. But yeah, and also for, as you said, for structuring. One other thing that I did that I forgot is talk about ChatGPT about my, let's say, ideal client, and talking about her fears, her desires, and with giving that information, then I said, okay, give me like 10 ideas for content creation, and based on the ideal client and on the fears and all that, he gave me very good ideas. And he also can help you with like structuring, like make you a calendar or something like that. I will never end up following that because life gets on the way. But yeah, yeah, for sure there are a lot of ways to use it.
All right, so we are getting a bit out of time. We have one last question from the chat. It says, what do you think, deleting or not deleting? Does everything stays on the internet once it's posted? Can you change your interest or focus on profile aesthetic without having consequences? A bit 3 different questions. So any ideas of this?
I have an opinion about that.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the content you are deleting, because, for example, if it's something that it's maybe you change your idea about a topic, or even it's something that it's related to how you see the world. Like, for example, you say something and you feel guilty about having expressed this kind of opinion because right now it feels like unfair or something like that. It's great to delete this kind of content because it doesn't represent you anymore. But if it's something related to your own aesthetic, your own like progress, I think it's not always a great idea to delete it, because the people that are following you can see the process and can see how you improved with time. And also it's like a way to remember to you what you achieved during your lifetime as content creator. So sometimes I think it's great to, even if it's not the best video ever or the best post ever, if it's not something that go against your vision, it could be it could stay there. I don't know what you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, it could, but it could not. I think that whatever feels good to you, it's mostly what you said, because if you have something there that doesn't feel good right now, I will not. I will just delete it, or go into the archive or something like that. I don't know how is it called. You can always post it again. So yeah, I will do it as I feel. I don't think that it doesn't have a lot of consequence. Uh, Mostly if it's a very old post. If you just post it, maybe it has potential yet that it didn't reach. But if you want to have a totally new image, let's say a lot of artists do that. When they have a new release, they delete everything and they just put their profile with this new image that they want, and everybody wants to know that this is the new image. So I think that it depends.
That's interesting, actually. Yes, when it comes to interest or focus on a main theme, it could be useful to delete stuff. For example, if you're starting and you are posting something about recipes, outfit ideas, and stuff like that, and you see, for example, that your outfit ideas are the most visible, the thing that you are interested in the most, and everything, and you want to focus on this kind of area, you can delete the other stuff and focus on that and change your bio and starting to be an influencer of vintage outfits, and it's perfectly fine. I think it depends on the thought behind the deleting the post.
Mhm.
I personally don't like to erase, but if there are any posts that make you cringe, pues you can do it. But I like to keep an history, and as Amigo Bueno says, not delete, but just to archive.
Okay, guys, we're getting a bit out of time. I don't know if you're gonna stay a few more minutes. I just want to have like a closing remark from you.
Yes, I have
Uh,
one thing. I have one thing. Sorry to interrupt.
Sure.
Because I've been thinking about this all the time, that I will think that what is, if I have to say one thing, like best advice forever, what will it be? I think that it already got mentioned.
So, Santi, I think we lost
Amigo
you.
bueno.
Oh my God, he was going to say the most important thing, and we lost it. It's like, oh my God. Okay, while he returns, if I can get this closing remark from you, what advice you can give to people that want to start in content creation from your experience? What would you say to these people?
Oh, yes, I'm back.
That is back. Perfect. So you
Yeah,
can go on.
it was like perfect.
Yeah, the moment.
Best advice. No. Yeah, the best advice for me it will be like trying to see your content as if you are the viewer, like seeing it like, okay, will I stop and see this, or will I scroll by or pass this video to the next, and trying to be as honest as you can be. And when you are like consuming content, you watch things and you start to take notice of, oh, why did I stop in this shitty video and I stay here for 1 minute, and then I do videos that I think that are very cool and gets like 100 views. Okay, so start thinking in that way, like, and trying to being honest. Like, okay, let's be honest. I am competing with the whole internet. When you are looking at your phone, it's like you are seeing videos from the best creators in the world that has all these crazy hooks with visuals and whatever, and then your video appears. Will it pass the test? So that's the main thing that you have to ask yourself.
That's great advice. Thank you very much, Santi.
No problem.
Well, I have three advice. One is you have to be constantly. It's okay.
Constant.
Constantly, you have to be very constant. This is like the gym. In one day, you don't gonna be Siboom. It's a thing that takes years. I be content creator like 6 months, but I think it's a good advice. Other thing, it's you need to be original. Yes, it's okay to copy, but you have to be original and natural and authentic. You have to be yours. And the other thing is the importance of the scripts, because los guiones, because when I start, I do the videos, improvisando, like doing the things. ¿Cómo se dice? Improvisar. What is the improvising? And when you do a good script with a hook, with a value that is the most important, the value of the video, and telling the people why that video have value, is the most important. And also you need to close with a CTA, that is the like and follow. I think it's the three tips, simples, but if you keep it on the time, be constant, it's better than be a genius. You can see the Cristiano and Messi.
All right, thank you very much, Manuel. Elisa, what would be your advice for people?
The first thing that came to my mind when you asked the question is that you must be true to yourself. Like, nothing comes from not being authentic, but not because you have to be authentic in the way like in a sort of moral ethic way. No, it's like you must do something that interests you. You must do something that it's fun for you, because if it's you, if it's representing you, you're not going to get bored, and you're not going to let the other feel bored, because it's something that since is like is interesting you, and you are putting too much passion and too much love into what you are doing, you consequently are interesting other people.
Yeah.
And don't try to be like, it's great to experience, it's great to try, it's great to take inspiration from other content creators and everything, but try to find your own voice, because it's the thing that moves you then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Elisa. And well, thank you for all the people that stayed. It really the time flight. I left in the chat the Instagram accounts of our 3 creators here. You will love them regardless of the sector you are interested in. The 3 of them, they make comedy, they make really funny videos. So take a look at their profiles. They are really, really nice. And that's all for today. Thank you very much. We will have more Max PDC sessions in the future. Thank you guys, and see you next one.
Thank you,
Okay.
Antonio, for the invitation.
Yes,
Thank you, Wanto, and thank you everybody to stay here.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.